Good evening, everyone. On this occasion of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar's 144th Jayanthi, I will be speaking on the topic Savarkar as a social reformer by a video series organized by Disha Bharat. Today, I would like to talk about Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, popularly known as Veer Savarkar, and his role as a social reformer. While Savarkar is remembered for his various feats, such as oppression and rising against the British and his contributions to the Indian freedom struggle, he is also remembered for further contributions which are not talked about, and it is very important to understand his efforts about national social building and reforms. I'll start by an introduction. Veer Savarkar was born on 28th May 1883 in Bagpur, Maharashtra. From a very young age, he showed a great patriotism and courage. He was a revolutionary freedom fighter, writer, poet, and thinker. However, beyond politics, Savarkar strongly believed a nation can only progress when the society becomes free from discrimination and united policies together embedded. During this time, the Indian society faced many problems such as untouchability, caste discrimination, lack of social equality, and division among other communities. Savarkar worked actively to remove these barriers and encourage social unity. The fight against untouchability is a point which I have to stress upon. Savarkar's most important contributions as a social reformer was his campaign against untouchability. He believed that discrimination among Hindus weakened society and prevented social unity. When Savarkar was placed under restrictions at Ratnagiri after his release from prison, he used that period to focus on social reforms. He organized movements and encouraged people from all castes to come together and promoted the idea that every individual deserved equal respect regardless of caste. Savarkar openly admitted that he supported interdining and intercaste interaction, which was considered very bold during the period. He encouraged people to eat together and participate equally, which was not the norm back in the day, as the lower class were usually forbidden to eat, interact, and have bold interactions with the upper class. He aimed to break these caste barriers and create a sense of brotherhood. We have to talk about the Patit Pavan Mandir, which was also a very remarkable example of an establishment in Ratnagiri formed by Savarkar. This temple was revolutionary because it was open to all castes, including those who were previously denied entry into temples back in the day. At a time when temple entry restrictions were very common among various classes of castes, this step sent a very important as well as strong message of equality and inclusion. An importance of education and scientific thinking was also one of the factors which Savarkar focused on. Savarkar emphasized the importance of education, rational thinking, and scientific idea and temper. He believed that society should move forward with knowledge and modern ideas rather than following blind superstitions, and encourage people to think very logically. According to Savarkar, progress could only happen when people combined with patriotism as well as education and social awareness, and the need of civic sense was very important to gain freedom as well as build a very big nation. He inspired the youth to become disciplined, educated, and socially responsible citizens, which are also the blunt force of following even today in our developing country, India. And let's talk about a subject which is very important and still holds true today when it comes to our building nation: women and social progress. Savarkar also supported the role of women in society. He believed women should receive education and participate actively in national development. He respected the courage and contribution of women in history and encouraged society to provide them with opportunities for growth equally. For examples of this are women actually giving him national flag ideas, which Savarkar equally contributed to. And finally, we have to talk about the vision of national unity. This is an important step in Savarkar's social reform work was his focus on national unity. He believed internal divisions weakened India, and therefore he continuously emphasized to follow unity, social harmony, and collective progress. For Savarkar, true freedom was not just political independence from British rule, rather it was free from social inequality and discrimination. That is what he described as the true freedom. In conclusion, Veer Savarkar was not only a freedom fighter but also a determined social reformer who worked for equality and social progress. His efforts on thinking and untouchability, support for free temple reforms, the Ratnagiri temple format which he had brought up, which allowed all castes to enter temples regardless, and encouragement of scientific thinking, logical thinking, and basic civic sense, and overall an emphasis on national unity has left a strong impact on society. Even today, in our life, his life reminds us that a strong nation can only be built when people stand together with mutual respect and equality. To finally end this, I would like to talk about Savarkar's iconic line said to a British soldier. The British soldier asked, "Savarkar, you're sentenced to 50 years in imprisonment." For that, Savarkar just let out a smile and he said, "Is British rule even gonna last for 50 years? This shows the vision of a man and the bold patriotism combined with scientific and practical thinking which has led to a development of a beautiful nation which is now India." My name is Kalishwar. I am from Amity University, MBA, and this is my speech on Veer Savarkar. Thank you.